What's stopping you from making that decision to do that thing that you've been wanting to do? Today, I want to talk to the people who, especially my people in the 40s, who keep telling themselves that they can't do anything. And I want to encourage you that you can do anything that you set your mind to do. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my story, how I went from working a corporate job and working 9 to 5. Unfortunately, I didn't make enough money. I had to work a second job as an instructor. I'm a nurse. And I just knew I couldn't be on that hamster wheel for so long. And I made a radical decision to leave my corporate job, leave my benefits, leave that comfort. And I went back to bedside nursing as a nurse, chose a different specialty, and have not regretted it since. So my journey started about 4 years ago, when I was burnt out working 5 days a week at my regular corporate job, and then working Saturdays teaching and still not making ends meet. And I realized, number one, I was not happy. Number two, I realized that I had to shift and I had to change something. And a lot of people during that time tried to talk me out of it. But you know what I did? I took action and I didn't look back. And today, I am so grateful that I took action. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking about today, especially for us in the 40s, is the importance of taking action when you make that decision that where you are, the space that you are is not a good space. Most people talk to people, and those people then talk you out of that decision. Yet on your own, there's that moment where you have that silent voice in you and you have that clarity that where you are is not where God has for you. And God usually gives us silent instructions of what the next course of action is. It is in that space that you have to take action. Don't solicit other people's opinions, because they will talk you out of it. So fast forward now, I decided to go back to bedside nursing. And then I decided I'm an ICU nurse, a transplant nurse, med-surg nurse. I have all that experience, but I decided I wanted to try a different specialty because I love encouraging people and I've always been drawn to mental health. So I chose to go back to nursing as a mental health nurse and to go back for my nurse practitioner school, which is an advanced certification to become a psych nurse practitioner. I already had a master's in nursing education, and this was going to be me pivoting around into being a psych nurse practitioner school, and not looking back. And you know what? I have to tell you, was the journey easy? No, it was not. But because I knew I could not go back and I didn't want to go back, I've just kept moving forward. And 3 years in, I have now been a psych nurse, a psych registered nurse for about 3 years. I love what I do. I work at a hybrid unit that is medical and psychiatry. So I have actually grown as a nurse in my medical expertise, as well as now being a psychiatric nurse and being able to handle and care for that population. I've also been in school for the exact same duration. And during that time, I actually started with one program, and it just was not a fit for me. And I could have sat there and decided that, you know what, maybe it's not for me, but I just pivoted, took action, got into a different program. And I am now actually doing clinicals in that program, working towards my graduation. So I only have 3 after this class. I only have 4 classes, and I'm done. And I will have been, by the time I graduate, probably I would have been a psych nurse, bedside nurse for 4 years. And I will now have my psych nurse practitioner. And financially, going back to the bedside actually helped me because I make more when I work on the floor. So I want to encourage my ladies and men who are in their 40s. And, you know, sometimes we think we're stuck. We think we can't pivot. I pivoted when I was 42 because now I'm 45. At 42, I pivoted and I went back to the bedside. Yes, I may be older, but you know what? That means I'm wiser. You have to have the mindset that matches where you're trying to go, and your knowledge is value. So even in the space that I am constantly sharing what I know and get a lot of satisfaction from teaching what I already know to the nurses that have not been nurses that long, and finding fulfillment in the space that I am. So I am just excited to take you on this journey. And the video today is to challenge you that if you're in your 40s and you are doubting yourself, yet you know that where you are, it does not fulfill you, I want to challenge you to take action. The journey may not be easy, but I want you to remember the discomfort of where you are. Because if the discomfort of where you are is enough to make you want to get out of it and move out of it, that means that you should not go back to that discomfort. Move forward, keep moving forward, grow, and move to that next thing that you want to do. I am a living example. I take action, and even though the road was tough because I had to gain new knowledge, I would not go back to not making that decision of taking action. So hope to see you on the next video, where we are always talking about what we're doing in the 40s, because 40s where it's at, because that's where I am. 40s is where it's at. And remember God first in each and everything we do, because I would not be able to do what I do if it wasn't for my relationship with Christ. Have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.